about how to stop delaying your work. Let's say an employee piled up his work until last hours and then completed in hurry. Or talk about a student who's studying just before the night of exam. Take anyone who just take a long pause and finish the work just before the time. So anybody who say I will do the work not today but tomorrow and delay the work, and just before the deadline he finishes the work. I'll tell you how to stop delaying your work. And my first tip is check on your daily routine. So everyone should create or prepare a schedule like this where they can mention and file each of their detailed information about their activities. You can put all your schedule when you wake up, when you exercise, when you journal, all sort of things which you think is essential, and try to put the information as detailed as you can. And why we are doing so? So that we can know that how much time we need to spend on particular activity, and to check whether that time could be managed somewhere else or not. First, you should do this starting from the wake up time to the sleeping time. Next, once you create this sort of a schedule, then you should do this thing. Can you see some different colors in this sheet? There are 3 colors we have actually used: green, red, and yellow. So yellow is used for necessary, red is for non-essential things, and green is for important. Now you need to get up in the morning, so it is necessary. Then doing breakfast is necessary, and it is very important for a person to go to office, and a housewife or a woman if she would like to cook, and a children to do study. So that is why they all come under the important part of this schedule sheet. Checking social media is not essential. You can use that time somewhere else if you want to do that. Daydreaming in the bed is not important. As soon as you wake up, you can get up. So that is necessary. So daydreaming in the bed is not essential. So what you should do is you should create a schedule. You should fill each and every detail, and then tick mark that which things are important, which are necessary, and which are non-essentials. Once you figure out all these information, then it is easy for you to know and create your priorities according, and use the time of 10:45, as it is mentioned non-essential here, to something which is really important. So the next tip is make more efforts to do deep work than shallow work. Try to divide your day into putting 2 types of efforts. One is deep work and another is shallow work. Now what is deep work? Deep work is something which needs intense focus without distraction. When you're writing a piece of a novel and started writing few chapters of it, you need intense focus to do that thing. If you are creating a sketch, you need intense focus. Again, it is a deep work. Now, what is a shallow work? Anything that require less intense focus, that can be manageable with distraction, is called shallow work. Anything like tweeting for a novel, anything like browsing WhatsApp is shallow. Now, I'm not saying that shallow work is bad. It is not bad. It will give you the small positive contribution to your efforts to produce value. So the productivity is very less with shallow work, but it is very, very effective when you do the deep work. The question is that for your daily activity, keep few hours to do deep work and few hours to do shallow work. Let's say when you are creating a sketch, you try to focus on this completely till you finishes the work, and that is called deep work. And for few hours work, you try not to do intense work. Instead, browse some social media, call to your friend, talk to your friend. And so in the end, I would like to summarize it that be slower to answer an email so that you can focus on other work. And turn down some coffee requests. When I say this, I mean do not be socializing too much. Yes, you should socializing, but not too much. So instead, try to put your time effectively to do some deep work. The next tip is quit on the high note. Look at this picture. It has few unfinished paintings. The picture of a hand is not finished, neither the picture of a flower is finished. What I'm trying to say here is that sometimes when you do not finish your work, it is very difficult for your mind to get away with that feeling that you have not finished the work. Suppose you are writing a chapter of a novel, and when you are in the middle of writing and suddenly you put your pen down and get up and go for fresh air, what do you feel? That your mind is not able to get away the thoughts, the concept, idea of the novel, and it really wants to get back to the work immediately because it wants to finish that work which was being interrupted by you, and that too intentionally. So what I'm trying to say here is that our mind keeps churning and trying to find out options and solutions of the problem. That is how it works. And if you by intentionally stop to do that activity to your mind, it is not an help for mind, and it would like to come back and do the work. So that helps. That really helps for procrastination. So whenever you are in the middle of the work and you are at the very high point of the work, just quit that on the high note, get off, go out, have a walk or breathe. But I'm telling you and I'm assuring you that your mind will bring you back very soon. It will not procrastinate. It will ask you to sit and finish that piece of a novel or a sketch or anything which you would like to complete. About how to master the art of working in small chunks of time. 20 minutes may seem a little less time to do some productive work. But honestly, if you divide your time and resume within some minutes of break, then it will be more productive and effective. Sometimes we are overwhelmed with the work and feel the fear of failure. So working in chunk of the time will make us feel rewarding. It will take away your fear of failure. So rather than not starting at all, you should start and do the work in chunk of time. Tip 5. Don't try to be perfectionist. So, the top tip number 5 is don't try to be perfectionist. Try to work in a time frame. I understand everybody wants to create their best product, their best novel, their best sketch, and their best craft. But to keep working on a single thing for ages doesn't make sense. Rather, create things in a version with a certain amount of a time frame. This will ease your stress to be perfectionist and it will give you a sense of achievement when you will finish your version first and then second and then third and then so on. The 5 tips of how to stop procrastinating or how to stop delaying the work. For more tutorials like this, please like, share and subscribe my channel, and please comment and share your feedback. Thank you very much.